Can you hear me now? Yes, you. Live at Ritter Arena for this matchup between the Minnesota Golden Gophers and the University of Minnesota-Duluth Bulldogs women's hockey team. Thanks for joining us. We had some technical difficulties making the show start a little bit late, but we are here and better than ever. That was Wethington trying to get something going. She was unsuccessful in that, but the Duluth Bulldogs are still on the attack. Shot on goal, no good. Pad saved that one. McMahon, puck's brought over near behind the Minnesota goaltender. Now the Gophs are on the move. Gophs moving towards or away from the student section. Duluth moving towards the student section. Duluth now with the puck. Movement near the blue line. Second blue line. Here is O'Brien. O'Brien and Lettinen fighting for the puck near the far side boards. Now near the near side boards are Duluth. Bulldogs very good this year, ranked 8th in the nation nationally. Minnesota ranked 4th. So we got a top 10 matchup here in Dinkytown. Now Gophers, sporting their gold unis, get the puck stolen by Duluth. Here comes Duluth. Tried to score a goal there. That was unsuccessful. There is a Duluth player on the ice. Fell down a little bit. Now near the near side boards is Zumwinkel. Zumwinkel. Pass. Gophers now near the far right of the ice, and now play will stop due to a whistle. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Matthew Zeichert. I am the host of the Radio K Sports Hour podcast, as well as frequent broadcaster of Minnesota sports. Thank you so much for tuning in today. It's a fun matchup. We are nothing but humble college broadcasters, and we hope that you enjoy your time here today with us. Zumwinkel gets the face-off. Here come the Gophers down the ice near the WCHA and Quick Trip logos. That one was kind of pushed away. Now it's behind the Duluth goaltender. Duluth Bulldogs, a storied NCAA franchise. They have 5 national championships for their women's team. 14 tournament appearances to boot. That one is pushed away by Duluth goaltender Yves Gascon. And now there's some pass and play. Duluth from behind their own net passes it forward. Now they're at the first blue line. Now they're at center ice. Moving down. Here's Van Neeren. Van Neeren's shot is deflected by number 2. And now come the Gophers. Now the puck is in the hands of number 9. Ava Lindsay, native of Minnetonka, Minnesota. Duluth moving down. Duluth has spent a lot of time in the offensive zone, folks. Very dangerous team. 2 shots so far for Minnesota-Duluth. That one hits the backboards. No good. Duluth still moving. Minnesota finally with the puck. They elect to go behind their goaltender in Lucy Morgan. Lucy Morgan, the native of Maple Grove, Minnesota. Stands 5'7". She is a 5th-year senior. Action now towards the far side right, or near side right boards. Zumwinkel passes it to center ice. That pass was intended for Aubrey Wethington. That was no good. Morgan gives it back. There was an attack there by Duluth, number 22, Jenny Lowry from Lindstrom, Minnesota, as these Minnesotans battle it out. Duluth now trying to move the puck in the direction they want to see it, but that was a shot off the boards behind the Duluth goaltender. Zumwinkel now battling with a Bulldog. Ali Franco was the one with that, but Morgan stops with the glove. Glove save for Morgan, and it's still 0-0. 13:41 left to go here in the first period. Now, folks, one of the fun things about calling a game solo is we never do commercial breaks unless it's between periods. So you get the pleasure of hearing my voice for about 2 hours here, and very little to no stoppage. Can't get that anywhere else, folks. That was a shot right off the face-off, no good, as the Gophers and Abby Murphy gets the puck. Abby Murphy comprises the first line for Minnesota, so we couldn't get to starting lineups this afternoon due to technical difficulties. As Beyonce's Crazy in Love plays over the pep band area, let's get to the stats so far. Only 13 minutes left to go in this one. Minnesota-Duluth has won 4 faceoffs. Minnesota only 2. They got to fix that if they want to stay competitive in this one. Minnesota has been a very good team at home and on the road. Last night resulted in a tie, 1-1. Looking for a different result here at 2. Duluth wearing maroon jerseys with white and gold lettering, as that one will be icing called on Minnesota-Duluth. Minnesota-Duluth is led by head coach Maura Crowell, or Maura Kroll, more like, as well as assistant coach Laura Schuler and other assistant coaches Emma Sobiak and Justin Grant. Of course, the head coach for Minnesota being Brad Frost, graduate of Bethel University in '98. That pass by a Duluth offensewoman is deflected by a skate, and now it's a battle at neutral ice. At neutral ice are the Bulldogs. Pass intended for number 12, I am of the understanding, and that was nowhere to be seen. But here come the Gophers down the ice. Aubrey Wethington was trying to find a shot there, but Duluth gets the puck instead. Great defense there by number 13 for Minnesota, Emmy Kreis, native of Budapest, Hungary. Freshman trying to earn that ice time here today. Minnesota shot almost a glove save there by the Duluth netminder, but nothing happens. Here comes number 10, Emily Zumwinkel. She's a junior from Excelsior, Minnesota. Gopher hockey shoots it. No good. Sticks are flying. No fights just yet. There might be a scuffle near the near side boards on the right. I did see number 18, Abby Murphy, punch a Duluth Bulldog on the shoulder. I don't know if that was a friendly thing or an aggressive thing, but so far, no team really on top. Minnesota now in their own offensive zone. Haven't been there for a while, so it's important that they make the most of this opportunity. Minnesota-Duluth wins the faceoff yet again. Moving towards neutral ice are the Bulldogs. That pass is to her right, her left rather, as Stewart behind the goaltender brings the puck out near center ice. That one is eventually found by a Duluth Bulldog. Duluth Bulldogs behind the goalie. That was almost a tripping call. No tripping call there on the Gophers. Penalty less so far with 11 minutes and 10 seconds to go here at Ritter Arena in the first period. 3 periods of hockey here, folks, possibly in overtime. There was one last night. Some action near the near side boards as Murphy elects to bring it out towards Duluth's netminder. Some fighting to get it near the near side boards on the right side of the rink, and I believe there will be a whistle. Refs will talk it out, and someone's heading to the box. That someone would be number 19 for Duluth, Tova Henderson. She plays for Canada's team. She's from Richmond, British Columbia, Canada. Her line mate, Nina Jobs-Smith, is native of North Vancouver, British Columbia, but plays for Germany. First Golden Gopher power play of the evening / afternoon as Duluth wins that faceoff and brings it near Morgan. Morgan will stay in net. Minnesota trying to make a Frozen 4 run. Wethington Brings it over to Lindsay. Lindsay now near center ice between the two face-off circles. Goes near the right face-off circle. Looking for her line mates. Finds Wethington. Is that a goal? Wonderful goal by Minnesota. And they are on the board. 1-0, folks. Nothing but excellent skate work there by Minnesota, able to secure the goal with plenty of time to spare in the penalty. That one, if I'm not mistaken, went right through the right side of the Duluth netminder, and we have a 1-0 game here at Ritter Arena. So 4-on-5 hockey, short-lived. We're back to 5-on-5. That power play goal was scored by Kaiser with assists by Wethington and Lindsay. Great work there by Kaiser. Kaiser, a sophomore from Holy Family Catholic High School in Andover, Minnesota. As Duluth near center ice chucks it up near the glass, and they will go for a line change. Civ calls greet the Duluth netminder on the other side of the ice. Here come the maroon and gold Bulldogs. Nothing happening. Excellent work there by Minnesota netminder Lucy Morgan, native of North Dakota. For those of you unaware, North Dakota does not have a women's hockey team. Disbanded a few years ago. As that was Josephine Bovang near the far side boards. Passes it along the boards, eventually finds another Gopher in Franco. Josephine Bovang was trying to fight for the puck with her stick. Comes up a little short, and it's still Duluth puck. Action near the far side boards on the right as Minnesota moves it along the far blue line. That one's shot from the blue line. Nothing happens as Duluth remains in possession. Number 10, Hannah Baskin in the game. She's from Excelsior, Minnesota as well. 31 games played this 2023-2024 season. Not much left of it. Thanks for tuning in today. As Taylor Stewart now has the puck behind Morgan. Duluth eventually finds it. Plenty of defensemen to stop the puck from going to the net, as there's some stuff happening near the glass. Wethington trying to get the breakaway. That one was flopped up in the air. No one to find it but a Duluth Bulldog. And now play moves towards Minnesota's defensive zone. Here's number 7, Grace Sedura from Chanhassen, Minnesota, home of the Chanhassen Dinner Theater. Action near the near side boards. Play is currently stuck. That was Nelly Leitinen trying to get the puck. Native of Finland. And here's Duluth Bulldogs. With a shot on goal is Van Neeren. That one goes behind Morgan. Morgan's okay. Number 21, Lauren O'Hara, falls on the ice trying to get that puck. And now Duluth in their offensive zone. Skates are skating today, folks. Zamboni will need to be here soon, as there's now a race to the puck behind Morgan. Duluth wins the race, and here they come. That one was a shot from the knees from number 24, Ida Carlson from Sweden. Got nowhere, and now it's Minnesota puck. Minnesota moving down the ice. Here's number 2, Taylor Stewart, near the Holiday logo, near the far side, trying to find an open lane to the net. Crucial at this point in the game with a 1-goal lead. 6 minutes, 30 seconds left to go here in the first. Minnesota up 1-0. That one shot. That was a chest save, and she will just sit on this one, and there will be time called on the ice. So 7 shots on goal for Minnesota, only 3 for Minnesota-Duluth. ice crews coming on here now to make sure that both goalies have a good blue zone. Don't want to be caught slipping or falling, despite it being a staple of the game. And it's time for our air guitar cam. Today they will be air guitaring to Metallica's classic 1980s song, Master of Puppets. James Hetfield singing vocals. Cliff Burton on bass. Lars Ulrich on drums. And of course, Kirk Hammett playing guitar. Good showing here tonight at Ritter Arena. Thank you for joining us. I know you have plenty of options to choose from when it comes to what you listen to on a Saturday, but we're glad you chose us. Just a reminder, score is 1-0, not 0-0 like it said. Just changed that for you folks watching along. Unfortunately, Radio K has yet to secure a TV license, so we are not allowed to broadcast games via the television, but if you got an app called YouTube, glad you found us. Not a far drive for these Duluth Bulldogs fans. Not a whole lot of them in attendance tonight. Definitely more Gopher fans. Student section filled to the brim. Love to see it this time of year. No men's hockey this week. They got the weekend off. Next weekend, they'll find themselves at home against the visiting Michigan Wolverines. We will be on the call. Jason Ruttman will be there. I will presumably be there. And it'll be a good last weekend of hockey before Big Ten tournament season. Minnesota wins that faceoff. Here they come. Here's number 11, Josephine Bovang. Bovang, a PWHL draftee in the future, if I do say so myself. A lot of these players will be seeing some playing time in the PWHL in the future. Minnesota will actually be playing a PWHL game here at Ritter Arena this month. Might be on the call. Stay tuned. As this one is brought out to number 7, Nellie Leitonen. Passes it near the blue line, intercepted by a Duluth defensewoman. Leitonen brings it down to number 26. Great pass there to Huber. Puck now behind the ref. That one is passed off the glass. Finds his way to a Duluth Bulldog. That one was shot from behind the blue line. Morgan stops it with her pads. 7-4 shots on goal now. Minnesota still in the lead. 6 block shots for Minnesota-Duluth tonight, folks. If Minnesota can stay penaltyless, they should have this one secured. Duluth with the puck near the left circle. Brings it down to number 7. No dice. Here comes Minnesota. That was Stewart trying to make something happen. Does. As there is movement towards the Duluth netminder. Duluth now with the puck near the right circle of the Duluth netminder. Puck is in Zoomwinkle's possession, and it now goes to her line mate. Line mate's puck is stolen by a Duluth defensewoman. And there's now action near the far side boards. Here's number 14, Olivia Wallen from Oakville, Ontario. Olivia Wallen, her pass was a shot on goal, but no good. 7-5 shots on goal. Now 7-6 shots on goal. Duluth trying to score a goal, make it even. 41 Olympians have played for Duluth women's hockey, for your information. Hemp now with the puck. Brings it down. It's now behind the ref. Duluth now in transition near center ice. Make it past the logo. Pass off the boards. Morgan gets it with her stick. Brings it to a Gopher skater. 5 skaters on ice for both teams. 1 goalie. The captain for Minnesota will elect to head to the bench. Minnesota now near the near far side boards, or near side boards. Trying to say that 10 times fast. As that one is a shot on goal. Up, no good. Number 29 had a chance to shoot there. That was Madison Kaiser. There was some pushing and shoving, though, so she did not get a chance to get that goal, but very close indeed. Eve Gascon has had an excellent game today. Eve Gasco. Got to work on my French accent, folks. Specifically Quebecois French. Not my strong suit. Here it's lovely. Now a face-off near the right side of Gasco. That's a shot on goal, no good. That one is cleared by Minnesota-Duluth. Minnesota-Duluth does have a woman in the sin bin. For your information, that penalty was on Carlson. That shot I was telling you about. As there is a Gopher skater that lost her stick, elects to kick the puck to one of her line mates. Excellent work there by number 11. Josephine Bovang kind of struggling to get back to the defensive zone for Minnesota as they get the puck near the two face-off circles. Van Eeren trying to stop Leighton, but no one can stop Leighton. She crosses one skater. Here come the Gophers. Gophers now in the face-off circle. Shoot, no good. 1 minute left of the Duluth penalty. 2 minutes left in the period. A lot of hockey to be had here today, folks. Stay tuned. That was a shot on goal by number 18, Abby Murphy. Doesn't find the net. Murphy again with the puck. Brings it to her line mate. Wethington will be subbed in for Minnesota. Now a full line change will occur. So Aubrey Wethington, Emma Kreis, and Lauren O'Hara are now on the ice. Scratches today include Josie Hemp, Issa Gotel, Josie Dunn, Emma Connor, and Tristana Tater. Minnesota, plenty of open space. Shoots it. That one shot there by number 4, Aubrey Wethington, but nothing there. Great chance by Audrey. 1 minute, 8 seconds left. Sticks are a-clicking, and Duluth is back at full strength. Skater that was sent to the box, of course, was Ida Carlson. She plays for Sweden's national team, the 5'9" freshman. Minnesota fighting with Duluth. Duluth now brings the puck down near center ice. Duluth now with a breakaway. The captain shoots. No good. Great stop by Morgan with the pad. Excellent stop by Morgan. Morgan has basically won the starting role over Skylar Vetter and Sophia Johnson today. Not afraid to put Vetter in net, though, is Frost. Duluth moving it towards the face-off circles. Now near the center ice. Excellent hustle here by Duluth did this latter half of the first period. 10 seconds to go here in the first at Ritter Arena. Minnesota up 1, including in shots on goal. That pass was intended for a Gopher, doesn't get it, and it will be Duluth with the last chance to score here in the period. No shots on goal. And thus concludes the first period, folks. Minnesota Twin Cities up 1 against the visiting Duluth Bulldogs for this 2-game series, the second game of the series. Please make sure to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Threads, TikTok, and wherever you get your sporting news. We'll take a quick commercial break here from Ritter Arena. This has been Matthew Zeichert, still going to join you for play-by-play and color in the second and third periods. Minnesota up 1-0 here at Ritter Arena. You're listening to a Radio K presentation of Golden Gopher Women's Hockey. Goldie's back on the ice, so I guess I'll be back calling this game. I am Matthew Zeichert. I'm your play-by-play and color commentator this afternoon at Ritter Arena between this matchup of Minnesota and Minnesota-Duluth. Last period, only one goal scored by the one only Madison Kaiser, her 7th of the season, with assists from Madeline Wethington and Ava Lindsay, their 12th and 13th assists respectively. And man, oh man, Minnesota has been in charge of this one, folks. It's been fun to watch. We still got 40 whopping minutes of hockey left here today. Please stick with us. Fans are in attendance. Fans have showed up in full force, and they're looking forward to some college hockey. Of course, the Gophers are in the WCHA, and same is true for Duluth. There is no NCHC in women's hockey, and according to me, there should be no NCHC in men's hockey too, but here we are. Goldie's now skating around the center circle. Always auditions for Goldie going on here at the University of Minnesota. I was never brave enough to actually audition for the role. I feel like I would have excelled at the basketball. Hockey I would have struggled with because of the skating. And I could never have done the football because that's way too many push-ups for a guy like me. We got Domino's Pizza here tonight, if you want it. All-Americans looking down at the ice over at the far corner of the arena. Plenty of memorable names in that lineup. And here come the Gophers. That is until the Duluth goaltender shows up. Yes, indeed, folks. Ev Gasko has been stellar today here in Minneapolis. The N at her last name is silent. She's played 17 games so far this season, has a record of 8-7-2. So she's not the main goaltender for Minnesota-Duluth. That would be Haley McLeod, native of Abbotsford, British Columbia, Canada. She's got 15 wins to her name. Something that sticks out to me, though, is the surprisingly low goals allowed average for Ev. 1.52 and .951. Not bad stats for your second best option. Puck drop time here in Minneapolis. It will be number 25 for Minnesota-Duluth that elects to get to that face-off, and it will be won by Minnesota. Minnesota with the puck, moving it down. Now at center ice is Minnesota, moving towards the offensive zone. Stewart passes off the boards, found by no one. Student section chanting the Civ chant yet again. Tale as old as time and song as old as rhyme, folks. Here come Duluth. Bulldogs at center ice. Now near the WCHA logo. That's a shot. No good there by McLeod. My apologies. That was not McLeod with that shot. She is the netminer. That was a different beast entirely. Only 41 seconds played in this one so far, folks. Actually, a little bit more than that. We're now at the 19 minutes left in the first mark. Duluth with the puck at the face-off circle. Tried to make a shot. Morgan was able to stay in the way. Great defensive work there by number 14, Maggie Nicholson, Minnetonka, Minnesota native. Minnesota now with the puck at center ice. If you're listening to us, don't be afraid to watch it with Big Ten Network's broadcast. And that one will be an offsides call. Puck was passed to number 15 for Minnesota, Peyton Hemp, but she was clearly in front of the other Gopher. Hence, the face-off in the neutral zone, nearest the student section, nearest the Quick Trip logo, getting me hungry for some Glazers. Gophers, shoot, no good. Gasko. Now some action near us. Laurie with the puck, fighting with Leitonen. Leitonen is really trying to get in there. Doesn't get the puck, though. All these players, of course, wearing cages tonight to protect themselves. Some talks about PWHL instituting those as well. Minnesota. That was kind of deflected. Could have been Ava Lindsay's puck, but she doesn't get it. That's number 10 with the shot. No good. Great shot attempt there by Hannah Baskin. She's a 5'9" junior. Now action near the near side boards near me. Van Neeren with the puck. Van Neeren from Okemos, Michigan. Assistant captain on this Duluth Bulldog squad. That was a shot by Van Neeren. Van Neeren's shot was no good. She is a senior, but it's only senior day for Minnesota Golden Gophers today, folks. No Duluth Bulldog love on this broadcast. Puck is now in the possession of number 4, Audrey Wethington. Wethington with a shot, no good. That one was just a little bit to the right of the Duluth netminder. A little bit more to the left, it would have hit the post. Stewart with the puck. She almost found O'Hara, but O'Hara doesn't move it. Now is lucky number 13 with the puck. Emma Kreis, Budapest, Hungary native. That one was fanned on by Madeline Wethington. She wishes she could have that one back. Audrey and Madeline, of course, sisters on this Gopher squad. Leighton with the puck up, no good. Shot, almost shot by Audrey Wethington, but there was nothing there off the deflection. As the Gophers move it towards the net. That one shot, glove saved by Gasco. Shots on goal is 9-9 right now, folks. Not a high shooting game. It's been very much dominated by the defensive side of things. I've been really impressed with both these Minnesota teams defensively. I mean, Minnesota-Duluth has 11 blocked shots for that matter. They've been playing very good hockey near their own end. Action near us, nothing happens. Moving down. Now it's Minnesota puck near the first blue line. Minnesota moving it down now at center ice. Pass was meant for the assistant captain, but ends up taking a knee on that one. I don't know what she was thinking there. Huber behind the net gives it over to number 11 in Bovang. They was trying to have a goal scorer, but there's a fight near the goalie. Love to see it in this in-state rivalry. I don't think Duluth liked that puck play at all near their goaltender, and I think they wanted to send a message. Message sent. 10-9 shots on goal now. Minnesota's leading. So it's very indicative of the score since they have one goal as well. No penalties on that one. Ref's going to let it stand. Going to give him the old slap on the wrist. Whistle blown. Puck about to drop. Here we go. Let's go racing. That one's shot, hits the pad, no good. Minnesota-Duluth puck, it's a 1-on-2. Soon to be a power, no. That one was colliding near the far boards. Now near the near boards on the right side of the rink. Please bear with me, folks. It's hard to see from here. I'm in suite number 8 here at Ritter Arena, so I don't get the best view of the ice, but we're very thankful for having the space. Shot there by Kaiser was no good. Now there is some offensive action behind the net. Lindsay passes it to number 22, Ellie Kleppinger of Minnesota-Duluth. Kleppinger is a lone skater, left defensewoman, but she's seen some playing time here tonight. Duluth and Minnesota, one of the most storied rivalries in all of Minnesota women's and men's college hockey. Minnesota now tried to pass it, eventually was found by number 14 of Minnesota-Duluth, Olivia Wallen. Walleen. I'll get it eventually. Here's number 4, Aubrey Wethington. Wethington's pass was no good, and now it is in the stick, but nothing happens. Almost a goal there for Minnesota. Gasco just sat on that one. Got to give it up for the Minnesota Pep Band wearing their hockey jerseys is the tuba section. The rest of the Pep Band sporting their polos. Very stylish. Minnesota wins the faceoff. Faceoffs were definitely Duluth's bread and butter first period, but second period it has been a whole different story. Wethington from behind the net trying to get it past Gaskow. No good. Now is the time for Duluth. Manon McMahon. No relation to Shane and Vince of the WWE, I presume. She's from Maple Grove, Minnesota. Their captain. Number 8, Daniel Bergen with a shot there. No good. Skating down is McMahon. And there will be a whistle blown. Huber and Murphy heading on the ice as well as Bovang, so a complete line change. First lines will be on the ice. Taylor Stewart and Madeline Wethington will be the defensewomen for Minnesota. Duluth will follow suit. Complete line change. Reese Hunt, Clara Van Wieren, and Olivia Wallin now in for Minnesota-Duluth. Skating towards the puck is number 10, Hannah Baskin. Has it behind her own netminder. Carlson, not to be confused with Leo Carlson with the puck. Or Anders Carlson. We don't talk about him in Vikings country. Action near the far side boards, near us. That one is shot by number 20 of Minnesota-Duluth. Brenna Furman from Farmington, Minnesota, nothing. Interesting to see if they decide to pull the goalie late in the third period. So please stick with us. Should be a fun third. It's already been a fun second. Not a lot of stoppage of play here, folks. 12:50 to go in the second. And it's been all Gophers. Gaskow. Now it's Duluth. Duluth pushing, trying to find the puck, but Minnesota eventually comes up on top. That looked like it was a slash on Kaiser. No call there. That one, Kaiser's pass to Wethington. Lindsay, rather. Kaiser finds Bergstrom of Duluth. Now there's some action at center ice. Minnesota moving down the ice. Minnesota-Duluth with a line change. Mary Kate O'Brien back on the ice for Duluth. And play is stopped, due in large part to Morgan for Minnesota. Glove save. Plenty of NHL action today, folks. If you want to check that out after this game, please stay on this broadcast, though. Don't want to have too much hockey in one day. Canadiens Devils right now tied 2-2. Lightning Islanders lightning up 3-0, and Rangers Flyers 0-0. So 3 games to choose from. A Gordie Howe hat trick of NHL television. As Minnesota moves down, here come the Bulldogs. Bulldogs with the puck. Action near the left side of the ice. Will be Morgan's right. That one looked like it might have been a boarding. Nothing called, though. Was number 3 for Duluth, Mary Kate O'Brien. Kind of got pushed into the holiday logo. No icing called. Minnesota puck. Behind Morgan are the Gophers. Got a formation of 3 linesmen and 2 defensemen out front. The defensemen dump and chase. Gaskow with the puck brings it over to her line mate, if she were a skater, which she is not. Here comes number 25 for Minnesota-Duluth. Clara Van Wieren. Play is blown dead. Refs will confer. Looks like there will be a face-off to Morgan's right circle. No longer intermission, folks. It is the second period of WCHA hockey. between Minnesota and Minnesota-Duluth. Please check out the Radio K Sports Hour this Monday. It'll be dropping. We'll be recording tomorrow at night. Great stuff lined up for you, including but not limited to some stuff regarding Caitlin Clark's excellent win and scoring record. Gophers really pushing it down the ice. That was number 18, Abby Murphy. Bovang to Murphy. Murphy falls. On her knees, passes it to a defensewoman. Huber. Meant to get the puck, does not. Now it is Minnesota-Duluth. Number 14, Olivia Whalen. Wallin shoots it. No good. Off the pads of Morgan. They are now in the left circle of the Minnesota defensive zone. Minnesota with the puck. Moves it down. Trying to find something. That one is lobbed near Gasco. Gasco doesn't elect to stop it. Minnesota-Duluth moving forward. Jenny Laurie with the puck. Moves it down. Now it's behind Morgan. Minnesota retains possession. Kaiser back on the ice. Everybody trying to kick it like the Kaiser, as Red Hot Chili Peppers once said, as that one is stolen by a Duluth skater and Daniel Bergen. Daniel Bergen moving one-on-one. Nothing. Gives it over to number 19. That one is found by Minnesota Twin Cities. Duluth trying to score a goal. They can't score a goal for the life of them today, folks. Might be held scoreless. Hope the announcer's curse does not come into play here today. 9 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in the second period. Morgan sits on that one, and time stops. Well, folks, if you're into spring training baseball, you're in luck today because there's plenty of spring training to be had. Twins emerge victorious in their spring training baseball game. They won by a total of 5-3 against the Pirates over in Florida. Orioles also came up on top against the Red Sox. Yankees have 10 runs so far against the Tigers. Braves winning 6-5. And right now in the bottom of the eighth is Marlins Cardinals. Marlins up top 9-7. Other game I should mention, Phillies Blue Jays 14-12. Practically a football score. Another football score for you, or maybe a score-origami. Cardinals Mets 10-5 Cardinals and 0-0 Rangers Royals, bottom of the second. My beloved Brewers are playing too. It's 2-2 in the first over at Camelback Ranch in Arizona. Fans being asked to put their hands up in the air. Thunderstruck over the loudspeaker. Hope you're thunderstruck today. Well, there will be no Game 3 in this one, although there will be a 3-game series in the Big Ten tournament for the men's team. Please tune into that one. We should have broadcast space for that. Gophers presumably facing off against a heavyweight like Wisconsin. That one's pass, no good. Looked like a pass to me, but it was actually more of a shot on goal. Gasco saves it with her chest. Eventually finds his way to her glove, gives it to the ref. Alrighty, looks like there'll be a line change for Minnesota-Duluth. Captain is back on the ice. Oh, Captain, my captain, Manon McMahon. Great movie, Dead Poet Society. Got to rewatch that. Wethington with the puck. Shoots it. Great angle on that one. Almost past the red line. But Gasco stops it short. If I'm not mistaken, Gasco has the area code. No. She's got UMD on the top of her helmet. Obviously, custom helmets have been up to much debate in the National Hockey League. Marc-Andre Fleury of the Minnesota Wild gotten some hot water over wearing a Indigenous helmet due to the NHL's stringent no custom helmets policy. Shot on goal by Minnesota. That one ends up in the net, though, so not really a shot on goal for number 13. .8:33 left in this one. We've played 11 minutes and 29 seconds of hockey here in Minnesota. Gascon now up to 13 saves. Morgan with a perfect save percentage of 1 and 14 saves on the afternoon. Moving the puck away from Gosco. Duluth, now where the Federated Insurance sign brings it out. Got to get to Ritter Arena one of these days, folks. It's a lovely place to watch a game of hockey. As Minnesota gets the puck stolen, here comes Carlson. Puck's way over to the far boards behind Morgan. Goalies will switch sides in the third period. Minnesota near the student section most of the game. This period being the outlier. That one was passed, eventually hits the skate of a Minnesota skater, Nelly Leitonen. Kiko Espu, alum. So that one is cleared. Minnesota finds it, no icing. Minnesota now behind Morgan, to her left as they move it down the ice. Now a 3-on-3 is occurring. Bringing a fourth skater in Kaiser. Kaiser past the blue line. In the behind. Oh my goodness, they're moving fast today, folks. Must have had their Wheaties this morning. Lindsay brings it over. That one is a goal! Peyton Hemp, the junior. And we have a 2-0 game here in Minnesota. Drums are drumming, flags are flying, and times are good. Great goal there by Minnesota. Just excellent way of reading the ice. Was able to find an opening, and they capitalized on it. That goal was scored by Peyton Hemp, of course, from behind the net. Assists by Lindsay and Kaiser. Hemp's been a very high-producing player this year in terms of goals. That is her 13th goal of the season. Lucky number for Minnesota, considering that is Emma Kreis's number as well. Face-off near the far circle, won by Minnesota. Lindsay is wide open. She's being guarded by Carlson. Her pass is eventually found by Carlson, and it will be icing on Minnesota. Duluth was quick to get to that one thanks to the defensive combo of Carlson and company. Ida and Hannah. An international pair. 15-15 is shots on goal, but Minnesota with the 2-goal lead. 6:30 left to play in the second. Have a small intermission show for you coming up near the beginning of the third period. A little bit of a post-game show as well. Not too certain about press conferences after the game. Love to ask Brad Frost a few questions. Minnesota-Duluth. Carlson brings it over to Olivia Wallin. Wallin's puck is stolen. Now it's Minnesota near the face-off circles. Now near the Cub logo. Now near the Minnesota Health Fairview logo is Hemp. Hemp in the face-off circle. Gives it to number 13, Kreis. That one shot hits the pads. No good. Their 16th shot on goal. Not crisis, by the way. Queen time here at Ritter. Queen, of course, immortalized in the biopic Bohemian Rhapsody, starring Rami Malek. Oscar nominee. Minnesota-Duluth with the puck. That one goes right under one of the refs. And that one will be called penalty. High sticking by the looks of it. And that is number 13 for Minnesota, sent to the box. Big loss for them. Emma Kreis went to Stansted College before her stint here. She is a true freshman. 33 games played for her, 5 goals, 10 assists, and 24 points. Plenty of hockey left to see from her. Very fun to see. Got to be tough going to a university over in the United States when you're from Hungary. A little bit of homesickness, I'm sure, but she's been playing great this year. As there's been some slapstick over near the WCHA logo, not the comedy, but just the hockey play, as Gasco gives it to a Bulldog. Number 10, near the 2 circles, brings it over to the captain. Now it's Duluth still with the puck with 5 minutes in the second period. 3:08's the time. Probably won't go past 4. Is that a shot on goal by Minnesota-Duluth? Is no good. Looks like that was Olivia Wallin, if I'm not mistaken. Pardon me, that was Van Wieren. Shot was blocked by Morgan. McMahon will get the credit for that shot on goal with 15:05 played. 5-on-4 hockey here at Ritter. Only 1:10 left in the penalty. Minnesota looking to kill it. Minnesota's been pretty steady in terms of killing penalties this year, especially against in-state rivals. Obviously had the St. Thomas game happen at the Xcel Energy Center earlier this year. We had the privilege of calling that. I called it alongside Andrew Kismel. Great gentleman. Minnesota steals the puck. Action near the Planet Fitness logo. My assumption is it's going to get towards the Boston Scientific logo soon, but they'll blow a whistle, say that that puck is dead as a doornail. 37 seconds left to go. Dropkick Murphys has queued up. Let's play hockey. Wethington will be subbed in. Huber and Murphy on the ice as well. Full line change for Minnesota. Got the emergency medical team seated behind the United Health Center logo. Love to see them in town. Hardly working and watching hockey, which is the way to be on a Saturday. Number 18 with the puck right now. She's moving, shaking, grooving. No shot on goal, but Gasco falls, drops her stick. Puck is now near the circles. Number 16 with the puck for Minnesota-Duluth. And now there's action near Morgan. That was a shot on goal by number 25, Clara Van Wieren. 129 games played in her career. Action near the Cub logo. Taylor Stewart moving towards that puck. Native of Rochester, Minnesota. Murphy brings it over to Kaiser. Kaiser skates very fast. And that one's a shot on goal by Leitinen. Nothing happens, though. That was Lindsay. My apologies. They confer near the circles, and we will have a face-off nearest me. Peyton Hemp near the outside of the circle. It will be Kaiser's face-off. Kaiser loses the face-off. Bergstrom with the puck for Minnesota-Duluth. Gophers with the puck. Love how low to the ice Ritter Arena has their press boxes. Makes it an easy game to call. Easy game to listen to, too, I hope. Here is number 9 for Minnesota, Ava Lindsay. Lindsay's pass is deflected by number 11, Katie Davis, but they eventually find the puck again. Minnesota passing it down. That one found by number 12 of Minnesota-Duluth, and that one is chipped away. Bergstrom racing towards the puck, but so is a maroon and gold Gopher. Bergstrom finds the puck again. Bergstrom and Van Wieren. Wethington with a nice check near the boards. Love to see it. Movement for the puck near the boards. Wethington comes out on top. O'Hara. Wethington. Nothing happening. Van Wieren with the puck again. Gives it over, but it's going to hit the skate of number 29, Reese Hunt, native of Nelson, British Columbia, Canada. Probably a Canucks fan. Good year to be a Canucks fan, as that one goes up into the stands. New puck necessary, and there is no intentional moving the puck towards the stands in college hockey, so there will be no penalty called. I should know the term for that, but I do not. And you can't call into the show. Minnesota-Duluth wins that faceoff. Oh, it looks like number 19 for Minnesota got tied up with the goaltender for Minnesota-Duluth. But Minnesota-Duluth now near the M Health logo. Duluth goaltender indicating that there is a chance to shoot a goal. But Minnesota comes out on top. Minnesota near center ice. Here come the Gophers. Goes to the WCHA logo. Here's number 18. Shot deflected by McMahon. McMahon with the puck. That one is lost. Now it's in the possession of number 19. Tova Henderson. Haven't called her name much today. 1 minute left in the period. 17-17 shots on goal. 2 more for Minnesota. Can they score 2 more in 50 seconds? I doubt it. Pass finds its way to McMahon. McMahon shoots it out. She is checked nowhere near the boards either, so no place to fall. And that one is a collision near the Cub logo, near the far left side of the ice. That one is kicked by the captain. Minnesota puck. Passed way out there. And it looks like that will be an icing call on Minnesota. Now time for a look around the women's hockey. Plenty of women's hockey to be had here today. Obviously, it's getting crunch time for the ladies. RIT faces off against Penn State today. Harvard-Quinnipiac. Quinnipiac up 4-0. Robert Morris trailing Mercyhurst by 3 goals. And St. Thomas in a state rivalry with Minnesota State, trailing them by 1 goal. 2-1 is the score from St. Paul. Unranked squads. 2 ranked squads here, and there will be a stoppage of play. This game has major implications for WCHA rankings, folks. Minnesota comes out on top today. They presumably move up a peg or 2. Wisconsin has been dominating this year. Of course, they won the national championship last year, due in part to some staples of their lineup. 9 seconds left in the second period. It's flown by. I hope it has for you, too. And that one chucked up. Looks like the last shot of the period. They won't blow the whistle on that. And Ev Gasco gets the final save of the period. But Minnesota, too much for Minnesota-Duluth. It's 2-0 right now. Up 18-17 in shots on goal. We'll be back with about 3 minutes left in intermission. So get whatever you need to stay with us for the third period. You're listening to Minnesota Golden Gophers women's hockey on Radio K Sports. We're back in action here at Ritter Arena in the heart of Dinkytown as the Minnesota Golden Gophers women's hockey team faces off against the Duluth Bulldogs. Score is 2-0 here, about to start the third period. But before we do that, let's look at rest of the scores, and I mean the rest of the scores in women's hockey. St. Cloud State, another Minnesota in-state battle for them against Bemidji State. That number 10 team is up 1-0. Boston University losing by a goal to University of Connecticut. UConn ranked 11th in the nation. Princeton, number 13, 4-1 against Dartmouth. Yale, number 14, 4-0 against Union. Some other names you might be aware of. Maine playing Holy Cross. Maine's down 1 goal. And Assumption and Stonehill. That game is 1-2 right now. Some games happening later today include, but are not limited to, St. Michael's versus LIU, Providence, Merrimack Post, and St. Anselm, Franklin Pierce, and Sacred Heart, Vermont versus number 12 Northeastern. But tonight's primetime matchup, the number 1 Ohio State Buckeyes facing off against the number 2 seeded Wisconsin Badgers. Major implications for Minnesota in that one. If Wisconsin comes out on top, they could truly be ranked first in the nation. Well, the officiating crew is back on the ice. They've been doing an excellent job today avoiding the puck. Just breaking in the ice now are the umps, or refs for that matter. A little bit of a spring training update for you. Brewers up 6-2 against the Padres. Watching that one pretty closely as they welcome the Minnesota Golden Gopher women back on the ice. Weathington is the first to don the ice. A lot of fans here in attendance, of course. Some star power here in the building these last couple of games, I believe. Faber, I know Matthew Nyes, and possibly some other notable men's former Gophers have been in attendance this year. It's been great to watch this team really shine. They have national championship on their mind, and the way they've played today, they could easily secure that. Big tournament coming up for Minnesota in the Frozen Face-Off, I believe they call it. 4-team tournament happening here, end of the women's regular season. Please note, Minnesota will be in the Big Ten tournament for men's basketball. We will be on the call for every Big Ten championship week game. I mean Purdue. I mean Illinois. If they're in the Big Ten, we'll be calling their basketball game, so stay tuned for that. We'll have some folks on the call for the women's basketball too. As that face-off is won by Minnesota, they are now moving away from the student section. Number 18 with the puck. She's moving, she's shaking, and grooving, and that shot was no good. Great save there by Gasco. Puck almost dead near the Boston Scientific logo. That puck's pushed out behind Gasco. Duluth in transition. Move it down. Morgan waiting for Weathington to find it. She does. Moves it to the circle. Weathington over to her line mate. Number 26, Ella Huber. No shots on goal for Minnesota just yet as Minnesota-Duluth moves it, as Gasco will elect to move that puck over to the assistant captain, if I'm not mistaken. Now it's the captain, Manon McMahon. McMahon with the puck near the WCHA logo, gives it over to 24. That one is shot. Morgan stops it, gives the puck away to McMahon. McMahon has the puck stolen by a Duluth Bulldog, so not really stolen, more like passed. That one is deflected off the stick of number 3. That one is a goal for McMahon. That was lucky. Carlson looked like she had the first assist. Van Wieren chipped it, and McMahon had open space behind Morgan's skates. Elects to just chip it in, and we have a 2-1 ball game. Good clean goal there by Minnesota-Duluth. No need for review. Gophers back out on the ice after their line change. Zoomwinkle back on the ice for Minnesota, meaning there will be, you guessed it, a little bit of a line change. Zoomwinkle and Nunzert from Passau, Germany. Went to Princeton for a few years. Zoomwinkle's puck brings it over to 27. Nunzert. Minnesota-Duluth near the near side boards on the right side of the rink. Now at the neutral zone. Minnesota with the puck. Shoots it, no good, off the skates of Gasko. Solvig shoots it, no good. That second shot's up. She falls during the act of shooting, does O'Hara. And the Blaine, Minnesota native has play stop. Wethington back on the ice. So is same for some Duluth Bulldogs. Looks like they will completely change up the roster. Hannah Baskin coming in. And it's no longer intermission, folks. We're in a third period of hockey here at Ritter Arena. Might go into overtime should Duluth score another goal and go unanswered. Chip it down to center ice. Here's Wethington. Wethington's pass is deflected by number 10 of Minnesota-Duluth, Hannah Baskin. Duluth down the ice. Here is Duluth in Baskin. No Robbins on the ice today. Although Baskin-Robbins does sound good right about now. Murphy and company near the far side. Duluth now with the puck. Has it chipped away by a Minnesota skater. The two defensewomen behind the skaters elect to bring it forward. Now it is the center, left, and right wing. They just dump and chase. They won't even chase. They'll just do a line change. And now Duluth is back out. Looks like number 26 took a little bit of a dive there for Minnesota. Duluth puck, the assistant captain chips it all the way down the ice. Looks like it might be an icing call. It is. Lightning got there just in time. And we just want to rock here at Ritter Arena. 2-1 is the score. 16:44 left to go. 21 shots on goal for Minnesota, 24 Minnesota-Duluth. Face-off won by Minnesota-Duluth. They have been great at the face-off circles this period, and all periods for that matter. Looks like Kaiser took a fall there in front of Morgan, but does not matter. Minnesota still with the puck. Minnesota moving ahead with sound and fury as there was a collision there. Number 20 for Minnesota-Duluth. Number 29, Reese Hunt, really took a fall there. Here's number 10 for Minnesota moving. Emily Zoomwinkle. Now it's Duluth puck. Bulldogs have been playing tremendous hockey all season. 9 Frozen Four appearances in their history, as that one will be an icing on Duluth. O'Hara got there. O'Hara gives the puck to Seal, one of the officials here tonight, as well as Bradshaw, and the other gentleman is not facing the right way for me to see his name. That it would be Headland, I believe. Great officiating crew here tonight. It's been a really good game in terms of goals allowed and calls called, calls not called. Not a lot of penalties in this one, folks. Minnesota near the Sun Country Airlines logo. Chipping and chasing. Now it's Duluth puck. Minnesota now with the puck. Here they come. Number 13 with the puck for Minnesota. Gets it stolen by number 7 of Grace Sadura. 33 games played for her. Kind of stumbles near the blue line. Will go for the line change. Wethington chucks it out there near the Chick-fil-A logo. That's going to be a tripping call against Duluth. No tripping? Okay, be that way then. I thought for sure Audrey Wethington had a stick underneath her skate on that one. as Van Weeren's shot is deflected by Layton, and her second chance goal is not a goal. It is stopped by Morgan with her pads, and it's Duluth hockey still. Van Weeren with her third attempt, no good. 3 shots in less than a minute for Minnesota-Duluth. They're now up in goals scored 22-21. Carlson brings it to Van Weeren. Now there's a one-on-one opportunity for Minnesota. Will they capitalize? That one is off the skate of number 10. That one was shot, and there will be a fight near the goaltender for Duluth. Reminds me of that Trooper song, raise some HE double hockey sticks, as the stick of the goaltender is now in one of the penalty circle, or not the penalty circles, the face-off circles. Stewart and Wethington back out on the ice. No line change just yet for Minnesota. Looks like number 7 will be heading back, Nellie Layton, and she's been playing great today. Her 65th game played in her career. Shots on goal now, 22-22. 14:33 left to go in this one. Folks, if you want to hear more Radio K broadcasts, you're in luck. Next Wednesday, 8 p.m. tip-off, we have the one and only Minnesota Golden Gophers women's hockey, no, not women's hockey, women's basketball team facing off against Iowa and Caitlin Clark. Bovang is having a little bit of an argument with the officiating crew. That'll be a double slash called 4-on-4 hockey here at Ritter Arena. The slashing call was responsible for this. 2 minutes in the sin bin for both players. It'll be the assistant captain in the box for Minnesota-Duluth, Clara Van Weeren. Face off at center ice, no good. Minnesota-Duluth now with the puck. Trying to score a goal near the student section, rile them up a little bit. The captain fights, receives the puck. McMahon and Wethington now fighting for it near the Everlight Solar logo. Near the near side boards is Stewart. Stewart brings it out, but here is McMahon. McMahon has been a beast all game, and there is a collision by a Duluth skater. Another collision for Duluth. Manon McMahon goes down. She gets back up, though. We got 3-on-3 hockey right now. 4-on-4 is the actuality of it, but we had a skater lying back in Leitonen. Leitonen in the wings gives it over to Nicholson. Nicholson gives it back to Leitonen. Great pass. Great cross-ice passes. That one was shot up, no good. Gasco has been putting on a clinic. 23 shots on goal, only 2 goals allowed. Hunt tried to find the net, was unsuccessful. Wanted maybe to pass it to Laurie on that. That one slap shot, no good. Almost hits the Powerade cup of the Minnesota netminder. Another collision, 22. Jenna Laurie sends a Gopher down. Hannah Baskin will be a substitution for Minnesota-Duluth. Looks like they will have new defensewomen out. Trying to make something happen. Morgan stops it with her chest. 12:48 to go in this one. Third period hockey. Ain't nothing like it. 15 seconds to go in the slashing penalties. Looks like the Minnesota player was getting some moral support in the penalty box. Always nice to see. Josephine Bovang was charged with that slashing call. I would correct myself. It was not a double slash. It was a slashing/roughing. Roughing was called on Van Weeren, presumably after the play. Zumwinkel behind the goalie. Brings it up, now near the WCHA logo, now near the main logo. The shot way wide as Minnesota-Duluth now retains possession. Tova Henderson, to be more specific. Both teams at full strength now. Minnesota always were, always will be. Duluth, debatable. Zumwinkel brings it over to number 27. Now it is Minnesota's puck with Bovang. Bovang shoots, no good. That one was stave off the stick of Gasco. Leitinen moves it down. Gasco tried to stop it near the board. She went way out of her zone. Very risky play by Minnesota-Duluth. Duluth brings it down the ice near the Securian logo. Now the Quick Trip logo. Here's number 10 for Duluth, Hannah Baskin. Minnesota-Duluth now near the WCHA logo, near their defensive zone. The lone Gopher in the defensive zone was number 13, Emma Kreisch. And that will be dumped by number 10 of Minnesota-Duluth, Hannah Baskin. There'll be a line change. 11:19 to go in this one, folks. Stay with us. That one deflected off a Duluth skater. Minnesota hockey remains strong. 7 seconds left on something. I don't know what they were trying to do there. Get the Gophers to shoot the puck maybe a little bit. They got 25 shots on goal. Very good showing by Minnesota today. And great music played by the DJ all day. I got to compliment the fella. Some more AC/DC, can't go wrong with that. Heard they're on tour. Got to see them one of these days. Face-off happening to the right circle of Gasco. Will be number 29 for Minnesota in the face-off circle, Madison Kaiser. That face-off circle has favored Duluth so far, but Minnesota wins that one. Here's number 25 for Minnesota, Duluth. That one stolen by Minnesota. Kemp with the puck. Brings it down, finds number 29, Kaiser. Zumwinkel at the blue line, but they're going to go behind the Duluth netminder. Fans are happy. Don't really know what happened, but we're good. Morgan still at net for Minnesota. Morgan not using the butterfly position today. Same is mostly true for Gasco. Butterfly position, of course, is when you have your pads on the ice, not above them. Favored by many NHL goaltenders. Minnesota's pass is deflected by number 3, Mario Kate O'Brien. Mouthful. Duluth and Minnesota battling it near the near boards. Duluth chasing after it. No icing called. Icing waved off. Minnesota with the puck. Shot, no good. That was a shot, a great shot selection, if I may add, too. But it did not go anywhere near the net. I believe that was Abby Murphy with that shot. Yet again, a save by Gasco, her 26th of the night. Nope, her 24th, rather. Fan of the game time here tonight at Ritter Arena. Almost dinner time for me. I'm not sure about you. Plenty of great dining options to choose from here in Dinkytown, the heart of all things University of Minnesota. As they start to play Don't Start Believin'. Song immortalized, of course, by the band Journey, but also by the television series The Sopranos. Was the final song played in the magnum opus of David Chase. Song's kind of synonymous with hockey. Hear it a lot at Red Wings games. Their new barn, Little Caesars Arena, is supposed to be one of the best new barns in all of hockey. Upset alert, folks. Duke has fallen to Wake Forest in college basketball. Almost March Madness season. Get those brackets ready, folks. Minnesota and Minnesota-Duluth battling. As Baskin, not Carol Baskin, but Baskin passes it to a line mate. Hunt almost had the puck. That one's lost. O'Hara with the puck at the center ice. Dump and chase for Minnesota. Audrey Wethington's got to chase that one down, but doesn't get there before a Duluth Bulldog. Play is stopped near the benches. .907 left in this one. Everybody here today at Ritter Arena is enjoying themselves. Might grab a slice or two at Mesa Pizza after this. Not the worst choice a person could make. Minnesota wins that faceoff near center ice. Number 14, Olivia Wallen for Minnesota-Duluth's got that one. That one was a shot there by number 18, Abby Murphy. No good. Kind of a one-legged shot. Went to Chicago Mission High School, did Abby Murphy, native of Evergreen Park, Illinois. Illinois, one of the few Big Ten teams without a college hockey program. No women's team and no men's team. Club hockey, a whole different beast. Don't need a college education to figure that one out. That one, face-off was chipped into the glass. Eventually finds its way to Duluth. The team, not the city. Puck action near Minnesota-Duluth's goal. That one is stopped by Gasco. 8:30 left in this one. Few pairs of Gopher-alls on today, folks. Gopher-alls are what Minnesota student sections love to sport. They are overalls colored in maroon and gold. Similar to Badger bibs across state line. Women's hockey here on Radio K Sports. That looks like Wellington wants that puck. She gets it. Passes it back to number 29. Shot missed. Deflected by number 24 of Minnesota-Duluth. Great block there. Action now near the right circle of Minnesota-Duluth's defensive zone. Back to center ice are the Bulldogs. Van Wieren was tripped up on that one. Kaiser with the puck gives it to Wethington. Wethington, Stewart, Kaiser, the three Gopher skaters nearest Morgan. As Valen tries to have a valiant effort there and steal the puck, is unsuccessful. Puck now behind Minnesota-Duluth. Here's number 7 for Minnesota-Duluth. Passes it down the way. Grace Sedura, called her name a few times a day. That will be icing on Minnesota-Duluth. So a face-off in Minnesota's offensive zone. 7:22 left in this one. Make sure you subscribe to the Radio K YouTube page. That's where you'll get all your great Radio K music content, as well as Radio K live broadcasts of Golden Gopher sports of all kinds. And, of course, divisional matchups in the postseason. Minnesota-Duluth wins that one. They're now the near boards, near center ice, and the benches. A little bit of a squabble near the benches. Who will come out of this one? That one is dumped away by number 22 of Minnesota-Duluth. Actually, that probably was Daniel Burnett instead, the Chisago City, Minnesota native. Minnesota-Duluth finds the puck, does Henderson. Nothing there for her, and there's a stoppage of play. Tova Henderson, of course, plays for the Canadian national team. She's played in 71 games in her career. 2 goals to her name, 12 assists, 14 points. Career. Only 1 goal for her this season, a little bit of a scoring drought. Then again, she is a left defensewoman. Not necessarily your main goal achievers in college hockey. Murphy brings it down, passes neutral ice. Minnesota-Duluth with the puck. Near the near side far boards, if that rings a bell, as Minnesota-Duluth brings it down. Near the Quick Trip logo, near the circles, is Duluth. That one's shot. Morgan stops it. Stoppage of play. 6:23 left in this one. Minnesota up 2-1. Calling the game right now. It's a great thing to do. And I got to tell you, if you are interested at all in calling any Minnesota-Duluth game or Minnesota State game or Minnesota whatever game, please email radioksports@gmail.com for more information. Or contact us via the Radio K website. Happy to have you on. Wethington and her fellow Gophers in their defensive zone. Huber lost the puck on that one. Wethington tried to get it back, but Hunt with the puck shoots it, deflected by number 2 of Minnesota. Great defensive play there by Taylor Stewart. Went to Minnesota-Duluth there for a time. A little bit of a revenge game for Stewart. Hasn't seen a lot of ice time, though. Stewart has the puck stolen. Here comes number 11 for Minnesota, Josephine Bovang, the Vasunda, Sweden native, as play is blown dead. Puck in the rightmost circle of Gasco. And there's a penalty on Duluth. 2 minutes. And it'll be called on Bergen. A 2-minute minor for slashing. Their first slashing call of the period. And that's a Minnesota goal! Scoring right away on the power play is Minnesota with 5:22 remaining in the third period. Hardly even catch my breath on that one. They're showing the replay now. It was right off the face-off. Went right past Gasco. Nothing they could do there. Kaiser fist bumps Morgan. And just a wonderful goal there by Minnesota. That power play goal was courtesy of the Budapest native Kreis. Behind the net goal, assists by Lindsay. Possibly her first power play goal of the season, but her 6th of the season in terms of overall goals. That'll be Ava Lindsay's 13th assist of the season. Her first assist of the night. Second, rather. Minnesota-Duluth. Ain't nothing like it. The mother of all Civ chants happening right now, since 3 goals were scored for Minnesota. Smaller student body does Minnesota-Duluth possess. Located over near Lake Superior in Superior, Wisconsin, home of the Yellow Jackets. This one is passed over to the Duluth Huskies. Number 22 shoots it. Wallen wanted that. Wallin wanted that goal, but Morgan stops it with her glove. That one shot way wide, Minnesota puck. Here's the Gophers on a 2-on-2. That one's chucked up, nowhere to go, but from there, as Minnesota-Duluth has it behind their own net. The assistant captain with it brings it over to number 22, Jenna Laurie. And it looks like Laurie kind of chucked up some ice on Morgan with her skate as she tried to slow herself. Much to the chagrin of Nellie Leitonen. Pushed her a little bit after the play concluded. 29 shots on goal for Minnesota, 24 for Minnesota-Duluth. Will they break 30? I'm going to bet on it. Play resumes. That pass is over near the face-off circle, but now we have it over in the face-off circles of Duluth's defensive zone. Gophers with the puck. It's Wethington. Wethington near the left circle of Duluth. Wethington chucks it up. Some dump and chase yet again. Will be found by Gasco. Gasco elects to clear it. Minnesota with one lone glove left on the red line. Minnesota-Duluth now moving. The skater found her glove and put it back on. Wethington now near Morgan. Wethington was trying to be guarded, if you can call it that, by number 8, Daniel Bergen. But a Minnesota skater got in her way. Duluth. 3 skaters. Now the captain with it. The captain shoots it, blocked by Wethington with her knee pad. That one's got a sting. As Hemp has the puck. There'll be a line change for Minnesota. Nicholson back on the ice, as well as Murphy. Abby Murphy, Ella Huber, and Josephine Bovang comprise the top line for Minnesota. Projected top line was the same as the actual top line, so I'm very grateful for that. That one was shot by Davis. Went into the glove of Morgan. She wasn't able to secure it, so play resumes. Leitonen brings it over. That one was chipped by McMahon. Looks like Duluth's puck. With 1 minute and 35 seconds left to go, not a lot of life in the tank for Minnesota-Duluth. Bus has started. Presumably parked near the Graduate Hotel near Huron. Minnesota and Minnesota-Duluth. O'Brien near the circle. Shoots it. Up, in. She lands it. 2-3 is the score. My word. That puck just about floated into that. Wethington apologizes to Morgan. 29-25 shots on goal and 3-2 ball game. Give me a second to update the scoreboard, folks. Thank you for bearing with me on this Saturday afternoon. Sundays for NASCAR. No NASCAR cars for us, but we'll have some NASCAR coverage this week on Radio K Sports Hour. We'll be covering the Daytona 500. Recently wrapped up. Rain delayed, sent it to a Monday evening affair. And timeout called by Minnesota-Duluth, if you didn't catch that. Wednesday's call will be me, yours truly, Matthew Zeichert, alongside Ryan Stahl. Pleasure to have him on the Radio K team. He's kind of the guy that runs it all in terms of Instagram and such. So if you want, and you want to know everything Minnesota hockey, please follow Radio K Sports at Instagram. Same can be said, follow Ryan's account, Ryan Stahl at Twitter. He's been retweeted by the likes of Rear Admiral from Spittin' Chicklets podcast. Same can be true for myself. Exclusive company. Timeout concludes, and here's Bells, Bells. Trevor Hoffman's walk-up song. I know it's not called Bells, Bells, but I thought it was for the longest time, probably too long. Hemp at the center circle. Wants to win this face-off for Minnesota and does. Leitonen with the puck now. Leitonen and Kaiser. Leitonen's shot is caught by a Duluth lineswoman. 1:05 left to go. Time of goal for that last goal for Duluth was 18:45. You want to know the specifics, though. Specifically, that was an extra attacker goal by O'Brien. Assists were from Van Weeren. On the ice at the time were O'Brien, Baskin, McMahon, Kraus, and Van Weeren, as well as Hunt. Hemp's got it. 37 seconds left. Empty net. We have 6-on-5 hockey at the moment. Minnesota loves that extra skater. Puck is moved. Hemp goes to the bench as Josephine Bovang makes her appearance alongside Abby Murphy. Bovang and Murphy, 2-on-2 attack. Murphy with it. Slap shot into the goal. 4-2 Minnesota. Abby Murphy, have yourself a game. No one nearby. Got a little bit chippy after that one. Nowhere near as chippy as the Ottawa game. But the message was sent. That message, no one beats us on home ice. Minnesota's been phenomenal at home this year, and this win is but a icing on the cake to a great season. There will be a penalty rewarded to number 15 of Minnesota-Duluth for that little extracurricular activity. That goal was scored from the rear center of the attack zone. Assist courtesy of Josephine Bovang. Gas goes back on the ice. And Van Weeren in the sin bin. That's game. Minnesota wins this one 4-2. Great things happening here at Ritter. The flags are out. Band is enjoying their time here at Ritter Arena. Goldie's in the student section, spinning his tail, shaking his tail feather, and twisting his head. Morgan, a phenomenal performance, stops 23 of 25 shots on goal. Good performance by Gasco, too. 26 of 30 stopped, and Minnesota reigns supreme. We'll have your 3 stars coming up in postgame as we go through this handshake/high five line. Obviously a very special game for some Minnesota natives. Grew up watching WCHA hockey on television, perchance. Taylor Stewart, obviously, phenomenal performance by her, playing her former team. All the goalies on the ice now. Hands are shaking. I believe that's Brad Frost on the ice in the maroon suit. Courtesy of PJ Flex Closet by the looks of it. Very stylish. Got the brown shoes, too. Let's go crazy, Minnesota, as Minnesota Twin Cities circles the main circle and slaps sticks on the ice to show support to these Gopher faithful in attendance here tonight. Still sun out here in Minneapolis, St. Paul. Hoping you're having a great one. Hoping the weather's nice by you, too, wherever you're listening. We thank YouTube for allowing us to broadcast games like these, courtesy of their live stream technology. I gotta say, the staff here at Ritter Arena has been nothing short of phenomenal. Big shout out, Gabe Schneider. Setting us up in Suite 7. Credentials, easy to find, easy to get in, and just a great game overall. Thank you, Gabe. Gifted me some line charts and some scoring summaries as well. Came in clutch. Just like this Minnesota team. As assistant captain poses for some picture with her teammates. Peyton Hemp, wonderful player from Andover High School. 109 games played in her career, not counting high school hockey. 40 goals to her name going into this one. Well, let's look at our 3 stars of the game, why don't we? Our 3rd star, Minnesota Golden Gopher, sporting the number 32, Lucy Morgan, with 23 stops on the night. No need to pull her out of the game. She might be battling for that starting spot with Skylar Vetter next weekend. 2nd star goes to the one and only Emma Kreis. Sports the number 13. Had a few goals today, if I'm not mistaken, adding to her career total. Great game played by her. And our number 1 star, none other than Ava Lindsay, 2nd right winger for Minnesota, the freshman, the true freshman out of Minnetonka High School. Phenomenal game by her. Let's do a penalty summary while we're at it. In the first period, 10:52 played, Tova Henderson got a cross-check, 2-minute minor power play. Ida Carlson with a interference call, 3 minutes and 8 seconds in the first, left during that. For Minnesota, only 2 penalties on the afternoon. 1 in the second, courtesy of Emma Kreis. High sticking with 5:36 left to go in the second. Josephine Bovain got one as well. 14:32 left to go in the third, slashing call. Clara Van Wieren had a roughing in the third period, 14:32. That was the first penalty of the third period. And Danielle Bergen had a slashing with 5:35 in the third. Final penalty of the afternoon was courtesy of Clara Van Wieren, the unsportsmanlike conduct call called after the Minnesota goal by Abby Murphy. Now for a scoring update. Madison Kaiser with the first goal of the afternoon, a power play goal. 4-on-5 hockey on that. Wethington and Lindsay with the assists. Second goal, also a Minnesota goal in the second period. 6:56 left to go in the second. Peyton Hemp scored her first goal of the afternoon, courtesy of Ava Lindsay and Madison Kaiser. For the Duluth Bulldogs, they didn't get on the board until the third period. Got an even strength goal courtesy of Manon McMahon with assists from Mary Kate O'Brien and Ida Carlson. Third period also saw 2 goals from Minnesota, the first being a power play goal by Emma Kreis, our second star, and a assist from our first star, Ava Lindsay. The final goal of Duluth's affair was to make it 2-3. Mary Kate O'Brien scored that one, an even strength goal. Assist courtesy of Van Wieren. Last even strength goal scored by Abby Murphy of the Minnesota Golden Gophers, an empty net goal. An empty net slap shot to boot. Assist by Josephine Bovain. Well, that about does it here at Ritter Arena. I've been Matthew Zeichert. Thanks for joining us for a great afternoon of hockey. We'll be back calling women's basketball Wednesday night, 8 p.m. tip-off. Be there, be square. Signing off from the Twin Cities, telling you stay classy wherever you are and have a great